What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hop Along Games Couch Co-op. This is episode 13, and I am 1/3 of your daily hosts. I am Macleaniac, and I am joined by...
I'm Aggro. Hey.
And I'm Kirrok. Hi, guys.
Right on.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that was the intro.
Okay, great. Are we?
We cut this, right?
Yeah. Are we actually on episode 13?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we really?
It is really absolutely episode 13.
That's bananas. Where are we spending this momentous occasion?
This momentous... We're on the moon.
We're
on the moon.
The
We're
moon,
on the
because
moon.
we're over the moon about having produced 13 episodes for you all.
Oh, gosh. Try to run.
Bring it back. All right, so what are we drinking on today?
I'll begin.
Go ahead.
Please.
I am drinking Waterloo Dark. It's got the head of a boar on it, which
Sweet.
is pretty cool. It's a dark beer. Ontario's first craft brewery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's from
Waterloo?
where is it? Waterloo. I'm looking for the freaking thing. It's in the name.
Yeah, Waterloo.
Gosh darn
It's
Four
must
simple
be
ingredients.
must be from
drink.
dark.
Let me drink.
Must be from Dark.
Oh yeah, it's good. I like it. It's got that really dark
Maltiness?
malty taste, but kind of like a Guinness, but not that fine foam that the Guinness offers, or that really fine kind of
Okay.
CO2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it.
Sweet.
Very hearty.
Sweet.
Hardy.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
drinking
up, Aggro.
I'm drinking a Ghost. Prophets and Nomads. Also by Collective Arts. I may have had this one before.
I think you
at some
have, but the
point.
nice thing is they have different cans.
It's different cans, so
Yeah,
I
it's
can
different
pretend that it's a different beer.
What's he drawing?
What is he drawing? Mermaids.
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 Well, actually, no.
Of course he
the
is.
mermaid's in the beer.
So he's actually drawing the mermaid from top down in the glass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's kinda neat.
That's really cool.
It's weird.
All right.
I won't pretend to understand art, but it's really delicious. I recommend.
Right on. And I have a Pale Rider dry hopped lager. Let me get in here.
Oh. How is it?
Oh, it's delicious.
Is it? Yeah?
Like, I feel like, so for those of you that have been watching more than one episode, you've kind of got a little bit of a flavor profile going for all of us. Giuseppe likes the porters. I mean, Kirrok likes the porters. Anyways, he likes the darks and the porters.
Yeah.
Aggro really likes the gozes and the ciders.
Like lambics too. Pretty much anything sour.
So what do I like? I like the pales and the IPAs and
Nice.
the saison ales.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have
So-
our own tastes.
So, they might have noticed we have a few new things on the table, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Should someone point them out?
Yeah. I think Aggro should.
Cool.
She's kind of front and center, so.
All right. So to your right, I'm assuming it doesn't get flipped. I don't know. My left, this little guy here is a gift from Kirrok from EGLX. Oh man, I wish we had the vendor's name. Do we have it handy? We don't. You should check him out. I will. We're gonna find it. We're gonna
Yeah.
find it. This is the cactus. From which game was this from? It was from Super Mario. It's been in a few. I know it from Mario Kart primarily, but I think we started seeing it in one of the original NES games.
Okay. Because I never played, so I don't.
No.
His name is Pokey.
Oh my God! Of
His
course
name
it's
is
Pokey.
Pokey.
Of course it's
Because
Pokey.
Yeah,
he's,
it makes sense.
because he's
Because he's a
Pokey.
cactus.
Yes, so he's
Yeah.
Pokey.
So we've got this great pixel art 3D model of our friend Pokey, which is super, super exciting.
So he's a nice little permanent fixture on our set.
I love it. It's so cute.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
good.
Thanks, Kirrok.
Made by hand, too.
Yeah,
by-
absolutely.
by hand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then to my right, we have
The new?
the new question box.
Yes, I like that so
Super
much more.
exciting.
It's the question box.
It's the question box, and it opens just like so.
Like, yeah.
There we go.
You gotta mean it. If you want a question, you gotta mean it.
So we have several new questions in there.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
dig
All right,
into
let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's just get
I'm
right into
going
it.
in. I'm going in.
So this is awesome because no more barfing, no
No.
more
Yeah,
brown
we're
box.
over the
Over it.
gags. This one fits the bill. So
All right, guys. Here we go.
We're in it. Look at that long one.
Wow. Which video game character is your favorite of all time?
Okay.
This is going to be an easy one, right?
Well, you know what, though? I have many favorites. It's actually hard for me to put one above a few others because I have a few.
All right.
Somebody's got to go first.
Mine's Pokey.
Mine's Pokey.
Mine's
All
Pokey.
of our answers are Pokey.
All of our
Next
answers
question.
next. Yeah,
I'm
right.
still trying to set. I have a few in mind, but I'm trying to set my heart on one. So one of you guys go ahead.
It's tough. I
figured you'd know. Aggro.
well, my instinct, and I'm sure you guys will probably understand this, is Link, right? I was just like, obviously it's
But
Link.
you're probably thinking like I am, going, oh, is it really Link? Should I?
Well, exactly. And I start thinking about World of Warcraft lore.
Oh.
And how many awesome characters, like Thrall's story, Sylvanas' story. Oh my God, I have no idea. I don't know. Circle back to me. You guys go.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with one. Yeah, this is a tough question. I thought it would be an easy one, but this is a tough question because I'm gonna set on one, and 5 minutes later I'm gonna be like, no, I should have said this one.
You're going to be so upset when you think of something better.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with I don't know why, but my brain keeps tugging at Metal Gear Solid Snake. Yeah. So I was first exposed to Metal Gear Solid Snake or Metal Gear Solid on the PS1, PlayStation 1, and it was the first one. It wasn't really the first one. There were games before that one, if I'm not mistaken, right? In the Metal Gear Solid series.
Were there really?
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, the one I remember is on the PlayStation, Metal Gear Solid. And that one was amazing. I remember when we first put that game into the console, it was me and a buddy of mine, and we were playing it. And we played the very beginning, and then it started the introduction to the game. And we right when we were going up an elevator, and it felt like it was a movie. It felt like the beginning of Speed. Remember the movie Speed?
Yep.
When you go up in the elevator, or that's when they show all the text and everything. And I think the reason he comes to mind is because he's basically what you as a younger, some young guys might look at as, that hero, that gun-ho, gun-wielding guy, but also stealthily, also cool-looking, smokes cigarettes because he's a badass. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's got that raspy voice. And what really, really sticks into my mind, because we played that game for hours on end, is whenever Snake would die, all the other characters on the radio or on the comms would be like, Snake! 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 So that's what...
That's iconic.
Yeah,
iconic.
It just sticks into mind. I think I even on my phone have a ringtone.
Really?
Yeah. The same sound that when they would call him mid-game.
Yeah.
It would be like... Yeah, I have that as a ringtone on my phone too.
That's
so
awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, so Metal Gear Solid Snake. The series went on, and there were some really good things that happened in that series, but then I eventually played the fourth one on the PS3, and it just got to the point for me, it was just way too long for its own good, and it wasn't that's how they've always been, though, deep story, right?
Yep.
But it just got way too long to the point where I finally finished the game. I remember the night clearly, and I made a point of finishing it because I owned the game for like 3 years, and I decided I'm going to play this and finish it.
Yeah.
So I get to the end, and I finally know I finished this game. I've beaten this game because it's just the way the story's winding down. But it took an hour to go through the whole wrap up and the whole thing and talk about. I can't even remember. Wolf, Mother. I can't even remember.
That story is so convoluted.
Exactly.
It's
so
ridiculous.
I don't think I'll ever play another one again. But that good old Snake on PlayStation 1.
I love that game.
That's my guy.
I had zero expectations. You are right though. There was some Metal Gear games that came out before that. I forget what they were. That was the first real breakthrough one though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know whether it was the first one that we got in the West, and maybe that was the series that had some titles in Japan, but. Also, another super iconic sound from that game, like when you get discovered.
Oh, yeah, the exclamation mark.
Yeah, like, that's so iconic.
So that's mine. That's mine. I have a few others rolling on my head, but I'm going to stick with that one.
No, that's a good answer. I like it. Aggro, what do you think?
God damn.
Do you want me to jump in?
No, let me just get it over with, okay? So, because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and I go back to Link, but Link really is just a blank canvas. Like, he doesn't actually have his own personality. He kind of has things happen to him, and of course he's the hero and he goes, but he doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything.
You're right.
You know, so is he my favorite character? I mean, on one hand, I love the games, so you know, to play him is great, but there's no depth to Link, right? So I think, you know, I started thinking more about Warcraft and about the lore, and I'll be actually totally honest. I'm really bad with lore. I'll be like, oh, it's a cool story, and then 10 minutes later, completely forget about it. Like I'm not good at it. But what kind of stood out for me was probably Sylvanas. Sylvanas' story, like she, you know,
In Warcraft, right? In
World of Warcraft, yes. Because I again, like there's a lot of
He's the
there's a
wizard
lot
or
of
the
story.
warlock?
Sylvanas is the undead. She's the
undead.
leader
Oh,
of the
it's
undead.
okay, I'm not even
Sylvanas
sure, yeah.
Windrunner.
Okay.
So she's leader of the undead and was the leader of the undead. So she was the queen of Undercity in Tirisfal.
Yeah.
And then in Legion, I remember watching the trailer for it, or not the trailer, but like a trailer in the game. Spoiler alert if you haven't played Legion, but it's been out for 2 years at this point.
Yeah.
Leader of the Horde, right? They made her leader of the Horde once. Oh my God, Zul'jin, I think was the last one.
Zul'jin, yeah.
Zul'jin died again. Sorry, spoiler alert. He died and made Sylvanas leader of the Horde, and I had such incredible goosebumps after that. I was like, oh, this bitch is badass. I love her.
Oh, wow.
So
Have you played Undead?
I'm sure I have at some
Okay.
point. I think I've played all of them at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Sylvanas Windrunner.
Sylvanas. Okay,
Yeah.
Sylvanas.
It's a good answer.
Quick question. I don't know. I know the movie came out for World of Warcraft.
I don't think she was in it.
No?
No.
Probably not.
No,
Probably
they
for
were
the next
focused.
movie.
Well, oh God, I hope there. I hope there is another movie. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
You
I actually
we
enjoyed it
watched
quite
it.
a lot. I actually
Yeah.
liked
I enjoyed it.
I
yeah.
liked it. I thought it was great. I thought, you know, it was relatable to enough people that I think it could be successful. Even if you weren't into Warcraft, it's still an enjoyable movie. So I think I wish that it becomes a franchise, and I wish them a lot of success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
they
it'll make
haven't
me
really-
happy.
They haven't really talked about whether they're making a second one. I know
No.
it was huge in like China.
Oh, yeah?
Like they blew up in China and it
Yeah.
kind of failed here, and that
Right.
puts them in a weird spot because they're making it in the West. So like, do they make one that only will appeal in the East? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it made its money back and then some though, based off the sales in China.
Yeah.
So.
Got it.
Okay, so for my answer, I labored over this, and I'll just come right out with it. It was between Mario and Luigi, and I know those are the lowest hanging fruit. I get it, but you got to understand with Mario, like his image is so iconic that even someone that would never play a video game might even be outspoken about how they hate video games. They
Right.
know who he is.
They
He was
know,
really the
yeah.
spokesperson for video games. I don't think there's any other character that has as many appearances or titles exclusively about them that I can think of. Like he's kind of the superstar
Of video games.
of the video game world.
To some
Ambassador.
people, he is video games. Like,
Yeah.
how many times do you hear, you know, people? Well, it's a different generation, but people being like, "Oh, those stupid Mario games," right? Like,
Yeah.
just in terms of a blanket like statement about video games, just those Mario games sort
Yeah.
of thing. So, yeah, I buy
So
that.
I think Mario is the icon. I struggled though because I actually really like Luigi. I think Luigi's awesome, and I like to pick him when I have the option because, you know, it's the Super Mario Brothers. Like
Yeah.
it's right in the title. It's about the brothers, and it really did become all about Mario. So whenever I had the opportunity, I would pick Luigi because I also have brothers. I know what it's like, you know, to be kind of competing for who the best is. That's why I would pick the underdog and try to win with the
him win.
underdog.
Yeah, I
like it
gotcha.
was more fun to pick the one that wasn't as coveted, so to speak.
You must love Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi, yeah, and any of the Luigi's games, I think I gravitated to just because
Yeah.
I love Luigi. I mean, think about Super Mario. He runs, he jumps, he swims, he flies, he puts on costumes, he throws fireballs, he sprays water, he pilots vehicles. He he does it all, man. Like he's a worldly dude. He's been everywhere, done it. Like his life, when you think about his life, like if you actually like string together all of the video games and look at Mario's life, he's like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, where he just keeps living the same life over and over and over. Like the girl he chooses to be with, it just has this addiction for being captured. Like she just cannot ever be safe.
Okay.
You know, she's been captured.
That's so true.
Like
Stockholm
30
syndrome.
times. Like she just, you know,
Stockholm
like
syndrome.
they just never have enough security in the Mushroom Kingdom to protect her from this one guy that like super predictably comes for her time and time again.
That's so true.
So, Mario, you're the best, man. It's a me.
Mario.
I'm so glad someone else jumped in there. Aggro, I thought maybe you would.
No, I'm good.
No? Any love for Mario?
I love Mario.
He's great. I'm a Nintendo baby.
I've played.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
played
I
okay,
love
let's
Mario.
put it this way. I've played Mario games, but I haven't played a heck of a lot of them. I have Mario plus Rabbids.
I haven't played that one. I need to play that one.
I played not too much of it though, and I think I played Mario in the arcades when he had the actual games in the arcades, like Mario and Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Right? You know the one
Oh,
where
that's
you're going up.
his first or second appearance.
I don't know because
One of the two, yeah.
back then-
Actually, no, the Super Mario Brothers, the first game was I think it might have been the third actual appearance of
Right.
Mario.
But I missed the whole NES and Super NES thing, so that's where I kind of fall short with that. But
Yeah, I'm surprised. That was like my childhood.
Yeah.
In a box. Like
In a
that's yeah. That's why I had to get the SNES Classic, just because like that's, I don't know, just such a token of my childhood.
Right.
Had to have it.
Right on.
Nice. I'm happy with those answers.
Okay, yeah, they were good. They were good. All right, so who's
Can I
I'm
have
gonna-
a
okay.
question? You want to go for
No,
it?
no.
Go for it.
I did
No,
the
no.
last one, please.
go? Macleaniac, I was
Can you
about to
pass it
use your
over?
real name.
It would make me feel better about it. Let me tell you. Let me show this visibly. You know, it's not the easiest thing to get open.
There you go. It's a tin. It's basically a tin question box. The question box.
Make sure it's a good one.
Yeah, make sure it's a good one.
No, they're all good.
Yeah.
I actually, and it's funny, I feel like the ones we struggle with, we have some of the best conversation about.
That's so
An
true.
easy answer is like, how do I fluff this up? How do I make like lots to talk about with this?
As in our question about which video game company we hate the most.
Yeah. We answered it in 5 seconds. and it's
EA,
like,
by the way.
let's talk
For
about it.
those of you who have forgotten.
Okay, this is a long one. Which game were you highly anticipating that turned out to be a colossal disappointment?
Yeah,
I have my answer.
I know. I got mine.
I got mine, and it bothers me to this day.
Yeah, same here.
Like, I'm still salty about it.
Yeah.
Aggro loves every game that has
No.
ever come out.
So the one that I'm thinking of is actually, I feel like I've answered it for something else. Like we had a similar question.
Was there a similar question?
Okay, I don't know, but it's the same answer.
Couldn't get into it, maybe?
Maybe it was couldn't get into.
Couldn't
Yeah.
get into
Yeah.
it. No, but this is when you were like dying for him. When it came out, it was such a letdown.
Yeah, it's still the same game though.
Say it. What was
Same
it?
game. Hyrule Warriors.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was the same game. I was
think
so
that was,
excited.
That was on the last episode too. Wasn't
Maybe it was the last one. I was so excited about it because it was a dry spell between Zelda games, and I was like, yes, something to tide me over.
Yeah,
and then I got
filling
to
for Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
No, before then. It was
Before then?
before. Maybe it was after Breath of the Wild or
No,
before
no,
Breath
before
of the
Breath of the
Wild.
Wild. It was
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
filling.
because it was Wii U. Yeah, so
Yeah.
and Wii U didn't have its own Zelda game. I think that's what it was because they redid Twilight Princess for Wii U, but it was a dry spell for Zelda games, so we were waiting for one. For like the main console, not the handheld consoles, because there was a couple in between. And Hyrule Warriors was coming out, and I was like, oh fuck yeah! Like we have a Zelda game, and it has Link, and this is great.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about past that to know what kind of game it was going to be. And I played it for, I gave it the old college try of about an hour, and I kind of got bored of just swinging my big ass sword around. And I was like, this sucks. It was fun for like 15 minutes because I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Look at all the shit that's flying at me. And
Look how powerful I am.
And then I was super bored,
So
and I
what do
was
I do
like,
now?
that's shitty, yeah. Yeah, that's so. Perhaps I answered it for last week or for our last episode. Same answer. That was the one that was most disappointing to me. Otherwise, I'm pretty easy to please. I don't really.
Gotcha.
Games
okay.
pretty much any game. Like I'll be like, I go in with low expectations, and anything beyond that, I feel great. So.
Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors.
Still disappointing.
I'm still mad.
You bought it?
Yeah, I bought it or you bought it. I bought it. I think
I bought it for you.
But I bought it. I think we both bought it. So one of us returned it. I think that's what happened. Yeah.
I brought it home and you had bought it that day.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
wow.
trying to be nice, but how do you buy for someone that has everything?
That's right.
Yeah.
I was excited. It's a Zelda game.
That's fair. One of us returned it.
It
I think
sucked.
you returned yours.
No,
so
I
that
think you
could-
returned.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about that. Let's dig deep. That's our next topic.
Our next
Who really bought that game? Who bought that game? Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump in here.
Go for it, man.
My answer is also Hyrule Warriors. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say what? I'm gonna have to. That makes my editing easier.
Welcome to the Hyrule Warriors podcast, where we just week after week
It
about
sucks.
it. Mine, and this is a personal one because
It better not be mine.
This is
I'm
a
willing to
game
bet
that
it's the same game.
No.
I play
not.
with my brother and
Yeah,
my
okay.
friends, and we had a large community of people that were dedicated to this game, and we were so excited. It was the sequel
Okay, so
to
it's definitely not mine.
Destiny.
Oh.
It was Destiny 2.
Are you serious?
Destiny 2 is a hot pile of garbage, and Bungie should be ashamed of themselves, and here's why. It's okay to release a game that's not perfect. It
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
Well, it's not ideal. I don't want to say it's okay, like, do it. If you can avoid it,
Right.
avoid it. But if you release a game that's broken, have your Diablo 3 moment. That game came out, hotly anticipated.
Yep.
Disappointed everyone.
Yep.
And maybe, I want to say like 6 to 8 months later, they released a huge patch and fixed it.
Right.
Everyone that was so salty about it loves the game, hammered the game, put tons of hours into the game, including myself,
Right.
and was completely satisfied. You know, the legacy of Diablo
Was saved.
Yeah. But Destiny 2, they have this inability to listen to their fans. They release the game that they want to release.
Okay.
And there's a lot of really rabid Destiny fans that provide so much feedback, that are always saying, we need this, we need that. And there's almost complete silence from the developers. They don't respond to any of the Reddit. They're not active in the Reddit,
Gotcha.
in the subreddit for Destiny or Destiny the game. It's just so disappointing.
They're just not talking to the community.
You know what they actually did, and this is what pisses me off. They, instead of carrying your character from Destiny 1 over to Destiny 2, they
Right.
made you start over. In
Okay.
fact, they made a big deal about it, like losing your power and you got to build back up. And at first I was like, okay, I can get into it. But then they have these exotic weapons in the game, and they're the most coveted weapons in the entire game. And they slowly trickled out all of the guns from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2. So they just reused all the assets
had
from the
already.
first game. I had to rebuy the same game but shittier, and then you slowly trickled out all the same
That's
guns. Like, maybe a few of the fan favorites get
Legacy
them in, you know what I
ones.
mean?
But
Like,
a
they
new
love this game
should
and it-
have like new
Yeah.
guns.
yeah, but they didn't. The guns didn't even have as much character to them. Like, everything kind of was a little bit samey. I mashed through the content the entire game in about 2 weeks, whereas Destiny 1 I played for months.
Okay.
Months
Wow.
and months. So everyone had high hopes for the first DLC for this game, Curse of Osiris, and when that came out, I finished all of the content in one day.
Wow.
It took me one day.
Actually, I remember hearing a big
Yeah.
backlash on that Curse of Osiris.
At that point, though, and there's a side of me, like, I get it. The first DLC was already planned. It's probably really hard, based on the feedback, to change that first DLC.
Okay, yeah.
Like, that's probably solidified at the time of the release of,
Right.
of the main game, right? Like,
Yeah.
you got to be ahead of schedule. But even now, they've gone through their second expansion. Oh no, wait, the second expansion is coming. But it's just failing, man. I went onto the Destiny subreddit for the first time in maybe 5 months, and it's still just everyone's so salty. And I used to think that they had the most toxic fan base of all time, but I get why they're mad. I really
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, You
It's
suck.
a shame. I remember when Destiny 1 was going to be released, they said it's the next game that'll be 10 years before it goes out of stuff. It lasted like 3.
They blew it. They blew it, man. And they might still fix it. They could have their Diablo 3 moment.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can I change my answer?
Oh, man. Is your answer Diablo 3
My
now?
answer is going to be Diablo 3. I was
Actually-
disappointed. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you reminded me,
Okay.
because I played Diablo 3 when it first came out, and I beat it after playing for about 2.5 hours, and I was like,
Really?
I get to do that all over again? Fuck that, and I never played it again.
That game had a fundamental flaw. When you play that game the first time, you have to play on easy.
Okay.
You can't
Yeah.
play on normal or hard. So because it's easy, you run through the story
blow
so
through
it.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
then you can play it on normal, but you've already played all the content.
And I didn't want to do that. I had
Yeah.
already played all the content. I saw how it panned out, and I'm fighting Diablo, being like, that seems quick. Maybe there's more. Maybe like he's going to be like, fuck you, just kidding, I'm out, peace.
So you got to the end screen and you were thinking to yourself,
I get credits
that
going
can't
up,
be
and I'm
it.
like, that's it.
That's all? Oh my
Yeah.
God, I can't
That's
believe
it.
that.
I don't want it. And then it brings you back to the menu, and then you hit like, okay, play again, but now you do it on normal, and I'm like, no thanks. Why would I do that all over again? So no, I changed my answer. 2 games, Hyrule Warrior and
Hyrule Warriors are
and
off
Diablo.
the hook.
Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3.
Yeah.
But
Although
this is
Hyrule
Diablo
Warriors
3
never got better.
Pre-patch.
No, that's
Diablo
true.
3 got better.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I was soured on Diablo 3. I never played it again.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is that one time.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to get
Go
into
ahead.
mine.
Ooh.
Okay. So the game that I was highly anticipating, I was actually sitting in the backyard smoking ribs, listening to podcasts of people talking about this, like celebrities and video game podcasts and stuff, talking about this game that's coming out. It's going to be so good, and that it'll be procedurally generated, and you can travel through the stars, and it will be complete. Like you can never do the same thing twice or see the same thing twice.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought into it wholeheartedly. I'm talking about No Man's Sky. So I got it on PS4, and wasn't too happy with it, just the way it controlled and felt. So I ended up returning it. And then I got it on PC. PC was way better. Definitely play it on PC if you're going to play it on PC. But the problem is the game was great. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the gameplay. I actually get I find it very calming just to go through different planets and
'Cause there's nothing to do?
collect ores and mines. And then I'm like interested in seeing.
You love Minecraft.
I love
like,
Minecraft.
This is
Yeah.
right up your alley.
So I love seeing all these new creatures
Yeah.
that you come across, these different planets, and it took quite a bit of time to get through it. And I'll explain what I mean in terms of me getting off the planet. But in the end, there was no real. After I put probably a good, I'd say 20 hours into the game, maybe a little more. And nothing changed. It was always the same, no matter what planet I went to.
Right.
But I actually experienced one of the game-breaking bugs at the very beginning. I was one who pre-ordered it, and when I pre-ordered it, you get a ship. You get the beginning ship or something like that. But you have to get the warp drive, and then you have to figure out how to make the actual fuel for that warp drive. The problem is in the game, there's a quest that gets you the blueprint to make the warp drive, and then a blueprint to figure out how to procure the fuel and then use it and get out of your system.
Right.
When you got it as a pre-order, you automatically got the ship, so therefore the quest to learn how to fuel it and all that never happens.
Well, that's
so
so
you're
dumb.
stuck on the freaking
That's
planet.
so dumb, yeah.
So the only way I could do it was I had to actually quit the game, delete the files. I had to delete them because they were cloud saved on Steam, and then got rid of them off Steam and so on.
God.
And then restart the game, and I had to do the beginning part in a specific order to be able to trigger that quest, so then I could leave the solar
Yeah,
system.
what a stupid
It was
fucking
so bad.
DLC. Why
So-
would you give someone a ship?
So it was so bad in the sense that you discovered hours into the game that there's nothing. It's a hollow, empty shell. And then on top of that, I'm a pre-order person, so I'm like one of the guys that puts my faith into them well before were released.
Yeah.
And you're the one that gets burned.
And I'm the one who gets burned. So I made a hilarious video. In the system I was in, it's actually on my YouTube channel. In the system I was in, I named the planet I was on, a certain planet, but they reset the actual server, so it's no longer there. But it was there for the time, right?
Yep.
So if anybody came around, they would have seen it. And then I used Latin to name 2 planets, and I named one Broken and the other one Game.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
And I recorded and threw it all on YouTube.
They reset the servers? Isn't the
Yeah.
whole purpose that
Not to, so it would never change. But they did reset the servers on one of the latter updates, which brought in patches and fixes and stuff like that. They're actually supposed to be releasing a newer now version this summer, I think. That's going to be their next version, which revamps quite a lot of stuff in it.
So 2 years later, they have their Diablo 3 moment?
Yeah, 2 years later.
Guess what?
They're
No one's
trying.
paying attention.
I know, and that's
No
the thing.
one's paying
I
attention.
sometimes feel like, because I did enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it, and I feel like I should go back in. And every time I've launched
You've been
it,
burned,
I've
though.
been like 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going out. No,
Yeah.
thanks.
Because I remember I think me and you were talking about it way before it came out, and
Yeah.
you were telling me about it, and I'm like, that sounds fucking great. That sounds like so
It's
much
amazing.
fun.
And then I never
Super
finished
hyped.
it.
Yeah.
But apparently, when you get to the center of the universe, because that's the whole point, when you get to the center, something grand you're supposed to happen, and you learn there's nothing
Confetti.
there. And it goes all the way back out,
Yeah.
and you start over again.
No, thank you.
I know. It's such a disappointing ending, apparently.
Yikes.
Apparently. I haven't done it, so.
No, thank you.
Anyways, that's mine. No
Those
Man's
were
Sky.
good answers. All 3 of those games were hotly anticipated, and all 3 of those games were kind of flops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, and that's not even like our opinion of it. Those are widely perceived as like failures.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right on.
Sweet.
All right.
All right. So you can, if you enjoyed what you saw, you can follow us. You can follow us on Twitter.
They can follow us on Twitter.
Yeah,
for
you can
sure.
follow us on Twitter. We've been tweeting a bit more. We're going to keep tweeting. So it's better if people follow us because then, we'll tweet more.
Yeah. That's how these things work, right?
Isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
And you can also subscribe to us on YouTube so you can find out when these new episodes are coming out.
Yeah.
You can
right,
watch them
right where you're
with
watching
us.
this show right now, there's a button. You hit it. It says subscribe on it. And right next to it, there's a bell. So we put another one up. You'll know.
Wait, what should you do to that like button?
Oh, the little one that looks like that. You
Just press it.
Click.
Yeah,
click,
just click it.
I thought for sure you were going to say
No,
smash it.
you gotta, my,
don't smash
my
it.
smashing days are over, guys. I'm getting older.
Everybody,
used to
I keep
smash
getting
it.
comments
I
about
used
how
to
they're breaking their
smash.
screens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. These devices are fragile. So tap lightly and like us
Yeah.
the way we like you. And next time we have an episode, crack open a beer and watch along with us.
Yeah, sit back, enjoy. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Until
Bye.
next time. Are we just about ready to begin?
Yeah, why not? Why?
So we can start. We can start.
I'm like, what are we waiting for?
Who?
Fireworks?
What's happening?
What? Who? Where?
What's happening? Where?
The table's more full of things.
I know.
I know.
I don't know where to put my
there's a
hands.
lot more stuff.
Yeah. All
My
right.
hands are good here.
All right.
I need
so
I need a little space though.
I'm gonna start the counting up.